Swipe, scroll, like, share. That's how a lot of students around campus get their news. Gone are the days of TV being the top format for people to trust and consume their news. So what happened? Why in the past 10 or so years has there been a huge trend in people getting their news exclusively on social media? I looked into this trend and saw what created this rise of popularity, as well as what news stations in Colorado are doing to ride along this trend.
If you feel like you've been seeing more news stations appear on your For You page on Instagram or TikTok, you're not alone. News stations all around the world in the past few years have been sharing more stories on their social media platforms due to people not watching their broadcasts anymore. In fact, according to Pew Research Center, in 2024, 58% of US adults prefer to get their news online through their smartphones, tablets, computers, or anywhere on the internet. In contrast, only 32% of US adults prefer to get the news through traditional TV newscasts. A few other factors were in play as well. Traditional newscasts have been criticized for being too repetitive with the traditional one or two person format. There is also the criticization of the format being too consistent and predictable over the decades of it being used.
Although there are some benefits of using traditional format for TV, more and more people are only going to go to social media. Therefore, stations need to make some adjustments. For one, cutting all sorts of traditional content will be needed, considering this is a new format. It will not work here. Journalists need to follow trends and find new ways to present information in a vertical format perfect for smartphones. Secondly, it may be better to present news exclusively on social media rather than teasing your audience on a website or newscast. A huge majority of people will never click on any additional links in the day and age of people wanting information instantaneously.
I spoke with KOAA's News Channel 5's investigative reporter Allison Zimmerman, who uses social media regularly to share her stories. She explains how she uses both TV and social media to share her stories.
Now, I think the conversations that we're having are, how do we tell a story that works for our linear product, but also works for social media and how people are consuming news? And this has been more of a personal thing for me, but I think all newsrooms are encouraging people to use social media as a resource, not as the primary, because people are figuring out how to monetize it too. And so, but for me, I've been trying to look at, okay, what content do I consume on social media? And I know probably like elders in the business are rolling in their grave that I'm calling it content, but I think of it of what do I like to consume? How do I like to consume my news? And how do I tell my stories in a way that people my age and people younger, because those are the people that we've got to get interested in consuming news, how are they going to resonate with this? So,
will newscasts be able to adapt to this new trend? Only time can tell. But the resources are there. Ignoring this trend will only force newscasts to share information to fewer and fewer viewers, no matter how well each package may be. I am Tyson Sintas with the Met Report.